what's up? In today's lesson, I will show you what exactly grant privileges and what is grant privileges with admin option. Okay, so I have made this video. I'll just show you in the board in a graphical manner what is the hierarchy. After that, I will show you how to write the code, how to divide the grants. Okay, I will show all the escape code to you. So first, let us understand what is the hierarchy exactly. At the top, the DBA sit at the top, which has the DBA privilege. He can either log in by through system, or he can provide a complete DBA privilege by the system. Okay, so basically the person who log in the system as a system administrator or the system user is actually a DBA. So here you see we have 4 users: user 1, user 2, user 3, and user 4. Okay, so first the user 1 came. So user 1, what exactly DBA done? DBA provided in grant with admin option. Okay, suppose let us write he provided grant of insert and select. I am only providing those grants. I am providing those grants. Those are actually I shown in my code. Okay, wherever I written the code. So I hope you know this, that this grant are directly not provided to them. It is provided through a role. There will be a role. Okay, so there is a role. Suppose we have a role like end user. We have a role, and insert and select grant is provided to this role. Okay. Now, when DBA grant this role to the user 1, he add one option called with admin option. So what exactly happens when we add admin option? When admin option is added, same grant, the privilege which the user 1 got through this end user role, this is a role, through the end user role, he can grant the same privileges, role privilege, to any new user. So he has the administration option to not for all but only to provide the grant for this role to another user. Okay, so he provided grant without admin option to user. Now what will happen? User 2 have the privilege of insert and select to a table. Okay, but he cannot provide that grant to any other user. So if there is a new user 3, who will provide them? User 1 can provide him, direct DBA can provide him, and user 1 can provide him. In the same way, here see there is a user 4, DBA has provided grant without admin option. Okay, to the same role. So DBA can provide him that option, and once you can provide, user 1 can provide. If user 1 can provide grant with admin option to user 4, then user 4 can also provide this privilege to user 3. Okay, so this is what happens. This is the hierarchy. Why it is done? This is basically done to reduce the load on the DBA. DBA cannot provide or handle or manage all the necessary privileges. So what he does, logically he divides everything into certain sections. Suppose based on department. There is a HR department, there is a developer department, there is an accounts department. So whoever is the head of there should be a head who has some technical knowledge. He provides those admin option grant to that head, and he provides those grants to the subordinate under him. Okay, whoever is the manager, technical manager, whoever is there, he provides all the grants to all the employees. Now those are the last leaf user. They are not, because here user 1 is a node user. User 4, if provided a grant with admin option, is a node user. But user 3 is a leaf user. Okay, user 2 is a leaf user. Okay, so that means DBA don't have to provide everybody. We don't have to provide. He don't take the extra load or that pressure or whatever responsibilities. Responsibility is divided between different head of the, suppose, a company. Okay, so that's it. Let's just move back to our laptop and I'll show you how to create users, how to create a role and provide this grant with admin option to them. So that, let's continue.
So today we are going to see what are the pros and cons of using admin option in grant privileges. Now say there is some role. Okay, suppose there is a role called staff, and there are continuously staff recruiting and staff retrenchment. Okay, so coming and going. So roles need to be revoked, roles need to be assigned to the staff. The staff has a specific role here. We can see the staff has the select and insert role, and we are using the schema owner is office. Okay, so all the tables are in the schema owner, and staff need to be given this role. Now what happens that every time it is not possible because LTV is very busy, TV is working on several projects and everything, so it's not possible to for DBA to every time provide this privilege to new user. So what DBA will do, DBA will just create the user whenever somebody is coming, new one is coming, and he will create a role and give the privilege of admin option. So that after that, what will happen? Any user in this role is been granted can grant that role to another user. Okay, but with that admin option or without admin option. So first, let us see. Let us say, suppose the role name is end user. Okay, now we will go to SQL Plus. We log in a system. Now user call. Suppose first we create a user. Create user Suman. Okay. Identified by. So this is a new user, employee who joined, and he needs a role. Okay. So now what happens? Previously there is a role called staffs. Okay, which is select, insert, whatever. Okay, so this is a different thing. So now what will happen? DBA will create a new role with grant option, with admin option, and that role will be assigned to Suman. Now what will happen? Suman will coordinate every time. He can either provide to someone, or he can himself act as an admin. Okay. So first do grant connect to Suman. Okay. Now we create role, say end user. So DBA has created the user. Now what will happen? DBA will go to the schema owner. Okay. Schema owner is office, and he will do grant. Suppose select any table. Yes. Insert any table. To end user with grant admin option. Done. Okay. So end user is having privileges of selecting any table of office, inserting to any table of office with admin option. Okay, so this role has been done. Now what happens? He will grant end user to Suman with admin option. Done. Now we will go to disconnect and connect to Suman. First, let us see DSC office dot employee master. Okay, DSC selects start from office dot user master. Okay. Now what will happen? DB will another new employee comes named Rakesh. So DB will create user Rakesh. Suppose identified by Rakesh. Grant connect to Rakesh. Now DB's job is over. Exit. So now what will happen? Grant end user to Rakesh. Now Rakesh will not cannot provide this grant to anybody else. Okay, he don't have the privilege because suppose he is in probation period, he is not. Suppose this kind of trust or reliability can be done to some employee who is very old. Now Suman has become suppose 1 year old. Okay, he is permanent and he has company has a lot of trust on him. So he has got this admin option. Okay, so Rakesh got the grant. Now let us see what Rakesh can do this access. Select star from restart user master. Insert into user master values. Again select. Okay, roll back. Now Rakesh will try to suppose some new employee came. Okay, his name is there's a user called dummy. Or okay, let us just create one user. Okay, so where am I right now? Let us again open system. One new employee came, Paresh. Grant connect Paresh. Okay. Exit. Okay. Grant end user to Paresh. Admin option not granted for role end user. Okay, so what happened that Suman didn't provided admin option to Rakesh. That's why. So who's this user? This user is Rakesh. Didn't provide him, so he cannot provide the grant to Paresh. Okay, for this end user role. Now what happened? It's Rakesh completed say 1 year and he has been permanent, he has been trusted employee now. Now what happens? Suman is here. So end user to Rakesh with admin option. Given. Now what Rakesh do? Rakesh again try to give grant to Paresh. Grant succeeded. Okay, so this is what happens. Now this is the pros. Pros is that any user who has been provided admin option for that role, he can provide grant for that role to any other user. So that is the main advantage of this admin option. Now what happens? This can be very vulnerable. Okay, suppose the trust is a matter of something, you can say It's not like that. Okay, so what happens that suppose some employee he did some mistake, he given grants to someone who is not, authorized for that. He don't have this authority, so he provide that he that misused that grant. So this kind of problem can be there. So this is the cons. The pros is that you don't have to depend on DBA to provide these grants. Okay, to do these things. So you don't have to provide depend on DBA. You can yourself provide these grants to other users. Okay, but and if you want that user will can also provide that grant to some other one. So he can. So this admin option grant is not provided to everyone. This is provided to some admin people who is responsible for a logical DBA, who can provide this kind of grants. Okay, so this what happens. So now let us repeat what DBA will do. DBA will first create the role. DBA will go to so now create that user whom you will provide this role as a grant with admin option. Now DBA will to the schema owner and provide this grant to that role with admin option. First provide the role to with admin option. After that he will grant that role to that user with admin option, so that user can grant that role to some other user. Okay, so this is a part of, this is what with admin option do. It give you freedom, give you flexibility to do all kind of this admin operation. So that's all about this tutorial, and we'll come up with more about the grant and privileges and roles. So bye for today. Please like this video. If you like this, please do comment if you have any doubts or questions, and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.